that I need to get back into doing. Video broadcast. Okay. How about this? Have we got sound? I think it switched out my my audio device. So I'm hoping that me changing that has fixed it, but hell yeah. I am a tech wizard. Good. I was asking earlier, Paint, how are you feeling? I don't like it when people aren't feeling well. I did wonder why you didn't reply, but 15? That is a crazy streak. My hair looks lovely, thank you. I washed it. So it's very soft and shiny at the moment. It drives me crazy when it's really, really freshly washed. I always put product in it normally, just to sort of keep it contained, but still feeling rough. But it smells really nice at the moment. I like it when it's freshly washed. But it's literally been an hour, so I haven't done anything with it. Yeah, so I was saying, what you didn't hear earlier, that I need to punch up the color slightly on Fulgrim, I think, because I think it might be slightly too subtle. You've been awake for about 20 minutes as the cat was demanding. Yeah, cats tend to do that. They demand. And usually none too subtly either. They're like human. Nivian likes to, our cat climbs on our chest in bed normally, and he will start off really, really nicely. He'll like put his paw on your hand, and then slowly there's more and more claw, and if you then don't respond, it goes on your nose, which is also cute until there's claw. It's never like mean. He's not a mean cat. He's just not very aware of what his claws do to human skin. More cuddly than anything. Oh, good. Ours wants dreamies when he does that. He's sorry, my top is weird. That's MP children. La Loopy Legion. Look, we posted something. Whoa! Hell yeah. Look at them all lined up. I love seeing models lined up. Oh, it makes me so happy when they're like... Yeah. Good times. Good times. Do, 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 do. I've been up late last night finishing them. She slept a lot yesterday. Hey. We're all adults. It's the weekend. It's allowed. One of the streamers you watched gave me the paint scheme idea today. Named. Oh, nice. The Loopy Legion. I like that. That's very, very cool. Purple and gold always look good. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good combination. It's a bit gaudy, but that is kind of the point of these characters, so... They aren't game legal, you just gotta call them. I feel like that's fair. Why aren't they game legal? If they got the wrong weapons or... Yeah. If you play against the right people, i.e. just like friends, you can just say like, look, I know these look like they're X type of weapon, but for the purpose of this game, they're actually not. They are whatever is legal, and they won't care. If you believe it's your first box or something, you should build every heavy weapon you can. Twisted! Yeah, not bad, thank you. How are you? How's it going? Oh, that's a bit much. And I agree, especially if you're not going to play with them, then it really doesn't matter. And if you are going to play with them, you just need to find the right people who don't care about those kind of things. You can just agree that you just put a marker on them to say what weapon loadout they actually have according to game regulations, and then it's fine. For example, if you want to run a unit or something, convince yourself to buy 2 boxes of them to start, just so you can have every special. Yes! Loads of the basic Chaos Boys, yeah. Didn't get to work on many miniatures this week. Did you have other things occupying you, or did you not feel like it, or...? Now you have a paint scheme, you can swap them in and out if you never had a scheme before. Yeah, good idea. I also highly recommend writing down your paint scheme. Just so like what colour you use for the base, what you use for highlights, etc. Because you might think you'll remember, but chances are in a couple of years' time, if you've like painted a different scheme in the meantime, chances are you'll have forgotten which colours you've used, and it will be very difficult to recreate it. Had to go all over the place. Yeah, that makes it more difficult to get anything done. Do you have time this weekend to do anything, or...? Like, I don't have a lot of time today. I have to finish around 3:30 today. Because I have to get to a Christmas party that starts really early. But, I still wanted to get a stream and some painting time in, so here we are. Just took a picture of the 7 paints you use. Yeah, that's a good shout. Save it somewhere in a desktop folder or something as well, because if you have to find that picture 7 months from now, if you've changed phones and your phone hasn't moved folders across and just dumped everything into one folder, you'll be thanking your future self or your past self. Picture next to the Gales Boys. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good shout. General. Did you guys see the Dawn of War trailer? I did. did see it. Speaking of Dutch creators, I'm not familiar with Siobhan Kaufman. Definitely on TikTok who speaks English primarily but has a Dutch accent. Her name sounds Irish-German. Siobhan is not a Dutch name and Kaufman is German, not Dutch. Possibly? I mean, German sounds a lot like Dutch. For the lion. She's for sure Dutch? Oh, cool. I bet she has a great time with having to spell her name to people. But no, I'm not familiar with her. What does she do? Traditional art, more stuff. Oh, okay, cool. There's some crazy talented people out there. I must admit, I'm not on TikTok, not really. I have an account only for the purposes of watching the videos that get sent to me, if that makes sense. Purely because I feel like having another social media thing that I need to keep an eye on is going to cause me to go absolutely bananas. I'm not very good with addictive content, if that makes sense. I'm very prone to doom scrolling, so I'm a bit cautious about adding more. She's in Breda. Oh, nice. But yeah, I need to be. I should probably be on TikTok and post things, but I'm also, as much as this is like video content. Yeah, of course you may. Absolutely. As much as I am creating video content at the moment, I don't feel like it fully does what TikTok does, like actually making videos. So let's have a look. Oh, freaky. Very cool, very freaky. Ooh. I'll drop her a follow to see if the stuff she makes resonates with me. What made you mention her? Besides she's also Dutch. The accent. Yeah. I wish I could shift it, but for some reason it just won't. I think I'll always sound a little bit Dutch. Been 11 years. I've been here 11 years and I'm still... You'd think that after all that time you'd lose your original accent, but sad times, such is life. Not the case for me. I really don't like the Dutch accent, which is ironic, really. Sometimes post silly TikToks where you speak in English but with Dutch words replacing things. Oh yes, Dutch is... How do I say this without Dutch is a weird language. And it sounds incredibly strange to people who aren't Dutch. And the way the language is used makes it almost impossible for people who don't have a really good grasp of the English language to not come across as super rude when they talk. Which is, I think, a large part of the reason why people always say Dutch people are rude. To an extent, yes we are. But also, a lot of people just literally translate Dutch into English. And it is a very direct language with very little room for nuance. Unless you want to sound like a pompous prick. So if people don't really speak English very well and they just translate what they're saying in their head into English, it often comes across as really snarky or rude or too direct for most people's sensibilities. At least that's how I always felt. It worked. Because I don't actually know any properly rude Dutch people. Yes, I have a boss that was white South African, spoke Afrikaans as their primary language, and there are. I mean, Afrikaans is a version of Dutch, so it's not Dutch anymore. But a lot of it is understandable by people who speak Dutch. And it's similarly direct. From what I've been told anyway. I don't speak to people who speak Afrikaans very often. I think I've spoken to about 3 or 4 in my life. Personally, I quite like mooi. Ja, toch? I quite like Dutch. I think it's funny that how it sounds is so strange to most of the world. But if I had to choose between for the rest of my life, bye mooi. If I had to choose between for the rest of my life English or for the rest of my life Dutch, I would 100% choose English. I haven't voluntarily read deeply unserious language. Yeah, I haven't voluntarily read any Dutch books. Probably in about 10, 12 years, something like that. Erg leuk, ja. Hele gekke taal. It was so weird to go to this cousin's reunion of mine last weekend because it's a mix of people who speak Dutch and people who speak English. Some of my cousins never lived in the Netherlands, so they never really learned to speak it. They understand some of it because their dad is Dutch. But they never really learned the language. So we're talking English there. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Zou niet eerst waar om te beginnen lees niet. Oh jeez, that's that's not Dutch. and ik zal niet eens weten waar ik... Ik begin en lees niet. Trying to work out how that sentence works. I wouldn't even know where to start. Because you don't read? Oh yeah, I know it's Afrikaans. Johan! Oh, bless you, thank you. How was your stream? I'm just doing my hydrate. Sorry, I only dropped in for a quick lurk. I just He really does. Wouldn't even know where to start reading. Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. That's not too far off then. Zippy zip. Well, it just shows you how far apart Dutch and Afrikaans have gotten over over the years. They are very different languages now, even if they share a similar ancestry. Some Curse City progress today. Speed painting as always to get this box done. We'll post it a bit. Ooh, yes please! I would love to see what you've been working on. And you are far too modest, Johan. Speed painting is look better than anything that I've ever painted. I hate it when they say that. Yeah, follow this guy on Instagram as well who's just ridiculously good. And he also calls it speed painting. And yes, he uses some speed paints to start with, but it's always like layered and stuff afterwards. And it's just ridiculously nice. And I'm just sitting here literally working on the same model for months. Like, how am I supposed to compete with this? Oh my god. Ya bastard, Jon Snow. Anyway. That's the one. I know. I can't even. Your one friend has bases like that, be hanging out, and in barely an hour she's created something that I would take a month to try and replicate. I like basing, I think it's fun. I'm not like that good that it's freaking stunning work, but it's enjoyable and fun, and I usually get a decent result. You do bases super quick, typically depends on how much stuff is on them. Yeah. Which I think is how most people do them, right? Especially if you're just trying to get things on the table. I like basing. I find it quite fun, so I don't normally worry about it taking a bit of time. But yeah, I know it's not something that most people... Bases definitely do those, yes. Yes. You need to get yourself some tufts, like a ton of tufts. Yeah, that helps. I feel like also a lot of people forget to go vertical. Like if there's obviously if you're painting like army troops or whatever, don't necessarily need to go up, but for larger commanders and stuff like that, it's quite cool to build the base up a bit, give it some visual interest. Ooh. Simple, easy, quick, just like me. And there's her. She has me a diorama of things going. Strangler. Hey. In the work in progress. I love that. That's a really cool model. Oh, those are nice. I need to branch out, man. I shouldn't stop. I should stop painting just Warhammer stuff. There's some really, really cool models out there. Are they really? Warhammer Quest. Ah, I was going to say that explains why I can't. Yeah, I guess the mouth is. Hi, buddies. Nice. Yeah, the mouth does look recognizable, actually. That shape. Well, I need to start painting the non-standard stuff then. Let's put it that way. If I didn't have such a big log of stuff, customers your other speed paints work in the same box. Ooh, yes please. I still have quite a lot of things that I need to finish, but oh my god, what's going on here? Jesus. Twist open the cap of my paint and it just comes shooting out. Yeah, I feel I'm a bit in two minds about Fulgrim at the moment. I love him as a model. But because I was painting the Dreadnought for a while, and that went well, and I felt really happy when that was finished. I'm now picking him back up again, and I'm struggling to feel the same excitement. So I need to, yeah, I need to just get a grip, really. But I'm looking at him and I'm seeing stuff that isn't the way that I would have done it now. It's only been like a few months, so it's thank you for the resub, Ben. I really appreciate it. Lobus! Yeah, it's only been like a month and a bit, I think, since I last touched him. But it's one of those. Yeah. I just need to make sure that I plan things better in the future, or at the very least not, well, probably won't be able to fully plan stuff, but I should probably have not started him as early as I did. Probably a good opportunity to use him as practice for what? Target practice. Well, he still needs to be good, so I can't completely go bananas on him, but at least I mean, I'm already using him as practice for a load of stuff. I hadn't really used the airbrush until I started him. I hadn't really done anything with scales before. He's a very cool model. I'm having a good time with him, but he's it's a bit more difficult to get excited about him now that I've painted the Dreadnought. Not a feeling with long project. I struggle doing one mini for too long. I need wins in order to keep. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be it. Because I've been I feel like I've been staring myself blind on him. There isn't really an awful lot that I can feel accomplished about at the moment. Maybe I need to just glue the wings on or something, but I have too much still to paint to even consider that, to be honest, because he's so fragile. The resin is so stupidly breakable that I'm worried that if I put the wings on, that I'll snap them off accidentally. Hope we're all well. Yes, thank you. Not too bad. How are you doing? Hugs to everyone both in the house and in the chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hugs back. Doing okay, a bit sore. Did you have physio or? Thank you for the hydrate. Not given a dopamine kick you want. You can reframe and think, okay, this is a good opportunity to keep my brushwork skills up. Opportunity to practice certain other techniques. Yeah. True. At Johan for the speed paint almost everything. Def Copter has been the longest you spent on a mini in a long time, about 3 hours. But yeah, I think you're right, Zach. It's at the moment I'm just pushing the contrast a bit more. It feels a bit flat compared to what I've done recently. So I'm giving him a bit more depth around these scales. A little bit more what's it called? Texture. Good amount of work done for 3 hours. I need to see the picture again. Bear with. I know it, but if it is the picture that I think it is, then kind of crazy that you managed it in 3 hours. Johan, Jesus, man. That's so nice. No physio, you did have an involuntary movement. It kicked you to the end of your bed. Ooh, ouch. Those boxes are really useful, but they don't exactly give when you kick them. So it's always sore, yeah. Fair. Bonk, posture check. Oh, frick.
I'm not a shrimp.
Bear with. Oh my god. Thank you for the hydrate. Ooh, nice. That was a nice stretch. Thank you for the care package. Package. I'm trying to not put too much paint on my hand today, because I don't fancy scrubbing later. Normally I just go for a shower when I've got a lot of paint on my hand, because it always feels really silly to heat up the hot water in the kitchen just to scrub some paint off my hands. I'm like, oh, I might as well just go take a full shower then. Boom, care package. But I deliberately showered late today. So I don't have to go shower again before my freaking Christmas do. Am I using an airbrushed 5 units? Pretty much must for you when you do these projects. Do it up. 1500 points of orcs for October. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do that either. It's a completely different process without one. Bit of IPA, yeah, it does. But then your hand, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the feel of IPA. It makes my hand feel weird. So I try not to use it if I can help it. Usually I don't mind scrubbing as much. So I'd rather scrub off a layer of my skin than use IPA on my hands. But it does help if it's in a pinch. Tabith, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely day and welcome to the stream. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. If not, please do correct me. Don't have to. But one you can DIY one with a food container, a cleaning sponge, towel from IKEA and parchment paper. You don't even use a wet palette. True. I guess it's a preference, right? Not everyone likes using a wet palette. Some people just prefer using only dry palette. I just like how my working time drastically increases with a wet palette. Said it correctly? And you just magnetize your first mini. Hell yeah. What did you magnetize? Is it different weapon loadouts or Leviathan Dreadnought? Nice. Speaking of Christmas dudes, you better get ready for yours. Ciao, babes. Chat behave. Have fun. See you later. Take some embarrassing photos. Be sure to share them. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which leaves you with a lot of options. That feels slightly better. I'm still going to push that highlight though. What have we got? Probably blue horror. Always. Gotta clean up before the hockey game starts. Thank you for the lurk, Johan. Thank you for the raid as well. And have fun with the game. I think I am actually going to try and put some of that paint back in the pot because that is a lot of paint that just splurted out earlier. And that doesn't feel very good to my Dutch self. Paint 6 minis with that. Ads right after you sent your last message. Gotta love Twitch. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I should probably get like the ad alert set up so I can warn people that ads are coming. What did you magnetize on your dreadnought? The arms or? Good morning, Dagamad. 7-stream streak, very nice. Armed weapons, nice. How does it feel to be part of the magnetizer crowd? Which I'm not, just to be clear on that. I only really paint because I enjoy painting, so for me the rule of cool is always the main the main reason for building something. If I think it looks cool, that's the weapons it gets. So far it's a pain, but it's all a learning process. I haven't been in the hobby since like 13 years. Hey. A lot of things have changed. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, Dagermat. That's really kind. Congratulations on the sub, Tabith. No more ads for you. But yeah, things have changed a lot in the hobby. I've only really started like just under 2 years now. Ago. And I just recall an ex-boyfriend from when I was 16 who had some Warhammer and painted some, and I just remember the old Warhammer paint pots. The old Citadel, old pots. And how little he/we knew about getting a nice paint job. I'm gonna shuffle the partner out the door, we'll be back. No worries, thank you. Yeah, so things have changed a lot. We have YouTube now, we have Patreon, we have all these amazing creators who are able to teach us all kinds of fantastic things. So we don't have to all invent the wheel ourselves, which is quite nice. Plus the paints are just better, the brushes are better. Or more accessible anyway. We have magnets, hell yeah. Confused cat girl, hello. How's it going? Eek. Going slowly. Are you working on something? YouTube is an amazing resource. Oh hell yeah. There's some fantastic creators and teachers out there who just... I've learned a lot from watching other people do stuff. Life being slimy as usual. Ah. You're working on getting your figurine printed. Ooh, nice. You just finished selling off your old 40k models, all CSM, and man, I need to buy a CSM tacticals. Oh, and then upgrade them with noise marine. Yeah. It's a choice. Why is it so loud every time? It won't go more quiet? Hey yo, zombie, how are you? Fulgrim's coming along. Yeah, he is. He's getting there. We got someone commissioned to make you in 3D to paint and print. That's really cool. Well, it's called a mute button. But yeah, I am really glad for every single creator out there who does tutorials or even just shows us their process, even if it's not necessarily meant as a tutorial. Just to get some ideas from it. Because you're fixing the colours in the slicer, the base is being made right now. Huh. Fixing the colours? Are you doing a, is it a filament print? Ah, okay. But yeah, Fulgrim is getting there. I am a little bit I've hit a little bit of a wall with him because I still, excuse me, think he's a really, really cool model, but I feel like I could probably do better now than when I started him. So I'm now having to work with how I started him probably about 6-7 months ago. And having to touch up something that I would probably do slightly differently now. Not that it's a problem, but it's just... it doesn't feel very good. Emperor's Children, your favorite Legion? It's the first time I'm painting anything purple, to be honest. I don't really stick to any specific army or legion. Very much for me, it's the rule of cool. Because I don't play with my models, I can just paint whatever I think is cool. And Fulgrim is the model I picked for our sort of in-house end-of-year competition. And I picked him, I think it was February of this year when we went to Warhammer World last. And I got excited and I ordered him online slightly before that, I think. Yeah, I've been working on them for a while and had different projects in between because I was, oh, well, I've got loads of time. Loads of time. And now it's mid-December and he needs to be finished in a couple of weeks' time. And I'm slightly panicking. Because he's not coming along the way Well, I felt really good about him to start with, and I don't feel as good anymore. How many hours do you think I've got into him at this point? Oh god. Too many? I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I think I've done about 10 streams with him. Something like that. 10 streams of about... maybe 10, 15 streams? Of about 2.5, 3 hours. Granted, that's not all sitting and painting. There's also a bunch of chatting in there and stuff like that, so... yeah, too many hours. Yeah, I don't actually know. I'd have to count. I normally upload stuff onto YouTube because Twitch now deletes things after a certain amount of time. So I'd have to have a look to see what to see how long I've been working on this guy. But yeah, like I said, too many. Yes, I am a slow painter as well. Mostly because I just enjoy the process normally. I have a good time with the models that I work on, so I don't really mind. 3 hours is your max attention span usually for a single model. Even if it's something really big. Because I think I did 2 streams just on the skin. Because I really like doing well, skin, I really enjoy skin. The exact goal is about 3 hours, jeez. The hobby gets really expensive that way. If you're that quick, jeez. I have to buy lots of models. For your sake, I hope you like 3D printed models as well, because whew, please note for context, she's talking about the model, not other human skin. For the 30 hours I do a few of your models each. Yeah, I just really enjoy painting, so if I'm working on a model for a long time, then it's not a bad thing to me. It just means that it's slow, which is, again, like I said, not necessarily a bad thing. How about... is that dark enough? I want to put a bit of one of your nights with 100+. Yeah, that's why you opened commissions, trying to get other people to give you models to paint that you can get rid of afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to commissions, but I also know that I don't have a lot of time, so I often yeah. I've done a few, but not loads, purely because I just don't have enough time to paint as much as I would want to, really. I could have sworn I had a darker purple shade. I feel like Drucci Violet is too bright. Don't have another. Also, slow painter, most of that is doing touch-ups and correcting mistakes. Yeah. I guess that. Oh, there it is. The shy ash purple. It's just a contrast, but. Again, like, I don't mind things taking a while. Doing touch-up and corrections and stuff is just part of the process. And to me it's really fun, but I can fully understand that a lot of people just don't have the time or the patience or the will to live after a while. See, I'm a little bit crazy and I'm now going to be adding a bit of a recessed shade around these scales because I feel like there's not enough contrast to make it look interesting. But I know that it's going to take me forever. I also know that I probably don't have the time for it, but I won't be happy with the model unless I do these kind of things, so it's it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm trying to do that in such a way that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Obviously I can't do all of them because I can't reach. Because his ridiculous swords are in the way. Itchy. Pretty sure he gets his hip flappy things on top of this, but I'll know. I think our challenge next year is going to be a box. Like a kill team or a spearhead. Or something like that. Like a sort of like an armies on parade kind of thing. Doing a small diorama-like showcase for them. And knowing what I know now about starting Fulgrim really early. You thought I finished that? Hell no. Have you met me? I mean, you haven't, but... No, I haven't finished that, unfortunately. Still being worked on. I paused it because I had to do the dreadnought, or had to. You plump bastard. Bonk. You evil, evil man. Look, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying! Every time I think I'm nearly there, I realise that I'm not happy with something and I have to push it, and it's... Yeah. One of those. How are you doing? She's done, she just hasn't accepted it yet. Well, oh, I'm done. Don't get me wrong. Nah, he's alright. He's just... I know for next year that I probably shouldn't start my model too early in the year. Because it will just mean that I'll have to pause it for a different project along the line. And it's just hard to go back to a model after you've put it down for a while. At least that's what I find. I find it difficult. I didn't realise I would find it this difficult. You have your hair appointment in 30. Ooh, exciting. Going to look more Viking. Yeah, I get the big dopamine hits from starting new projects and from finishing projects, I guess. So blocking in the first lot of colors is fun. Adding the first layer of highlights is fun because it all still feels very fresh and like I'm working on a new project. But getting back into getting back into a project that has just been ongoing for a while is hard. I didn't realize it was going to be this hard. You need to decide what to do next. What are the options? You have a wagon. Nice. What kind of wagon? Too many options to choose. Give us the highlights, and we'll help you choose if you want that. I mean, by all means, just put a picture in the works in progress chat or something if you have photos of boxes. Oh! Dwarven. I thought you were being funny. Sounded like Uwu speak for dragon. To Fulgrim. Oh, sick. That's really cool. Okay, so that's not part of the options then. Okay, have you got any dragons paint? Might just work on a demon prince start. Ooh, well, you can suffer with me, like working on projects that you've started and never finished. Be shared suffering kind of thing. You have a dragon on your desk that you could paint, but then you'd have to learn how to paint a dragon. Yeah. I mean... Is there a drawback there somewhere? I feel like I feel like you think there's a drawback. That is helping some, actually. Adding a bit more contrast to the scales. Where did you put it? That's the question. Find the demon prince instead of find Waldo. It's find the demon prince. This is going to sound really silly, but I'm also a little bit annoyed with Fulgrim for being as fragile as he is. Like, I feel like he had no right to let me snap off that sword. Entirely unnecessary. Causing me additional frustration. Oh, it's crap. I mean, the sculpts are great. They look amazing. But it's so fragile. It's kind of insane. I feel like I've been quite lucky with the quality of the print on this one. Because I've heard some horror stories from people. And at least mine came out alright. Like, I didn't have to do like crazy heating it up and rebending stuff or anything like that. Most of it was fairly straight and did what it should. But I'm just not used to things being this, like, delicate. Every time I touch this sword that's sticking out, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna break it. And I 100% will, like, this is... It probably will break before this is finished. I think just for that alone, I probably wouldn't want to use this guy in competition anywhere. You would like to play with in a game. It'd be so heartbroken if it if it breaks. Right, that feels a little bit better. I have to finish these weapons. Got a million paints on my desk again. Let's tidy that up a little bit. Don't need all of these anymore. Just creating a little bit of space because I am a messy worker. I have too many paints on my desk. It's not going to make the process any easier. Purple. Blue. More paint there. AK. Up there. Right. Okay. Yeah, I guess something that's quite difficult to overcome as well is imperfections in the resin. Like, just looking at this, I know that this is supposed to be like an eye or something and alive, but it just looks like an imperfection. It just doesn't look clean enough to be, or crisp enough to be anything but a blob. So we're going to force some perspective on it. You can see I've already tried to do some of it with a lighter highlight and stuff, but it's not reading very well, so we're touching it up. But yeah, to me, it's kind of surprising how I don't want to say bad because it's not bad. The models are fantastic, and it's not a terrible product. But if that were me creating a product like this, I wouldn't be happy with the quality of the resin. I would still be looking for a better resin to ship things out with, so they don't look or so don't feel as fragile. And I know there are options out there, but they're probably more expensive, and we all know Games Workshop does not like to make less of a profit. That's probably why it's not been changed. But hey ho, I don't follow enough of the politics to really have a real opinion about things. Be unfair of me to just be snark, because I'm also 100% happy. Well, not 100%, but I am happy with how this model looks and how cool it is. I just really like this sculpt. But like I said, I also feel like I've been very lucky with the quality of mine, because yes, it might have some imperfections and some things that I would probably like to see well, fixed is the wrong word, but I'd like to see to move him because my camera keeps focusing. Yeah, I would have liked to have a slightly more perfect sculpt and slightly less issues putting it together. But that's also just resin, so maybe I should stop moaning. This is a very freaking cool model. Really freaking cool. Right, I'm gonna do some slightly darker metal on this, because you can see I've already done some. It just doesn't feel right, so I'm gonna repaint this. And then Interesting. Your messages were failing to send too. Yeah, I had a little bubble in my my paint, which was very strange. Never had a bubble before. Right. So these spikes on these weapons and on Fulgrim himself, I really struggle with them. I'm gonna have to give them a brighter highlight to just these here on the side, and then over here, and obviously the teeth and the spike there. Used to be a painter like you, then you took a ball to your ball. Quite. Drink. I love Grey Knight Steel. Such a cool color. Right. Left, bit in the middle. A bit of black. I'm gonna make a very dark metallic. Zombie? How's it going? Welcome, welcome raiders. How are you doing, zombie? How was your stream? Hey yo. Good, got a decent amount done on the Wolf Priest. Awesome. It looked really good when I nipped in earlier. I'm trying to get these weapons to look good. It's feels like it's an uphill battle, but we'll get there. You got any plans for tomorrow? Obviously your day is already done. Also, if you have to go and need to get some sleep, I completely understand. Don't feel like you need to be polite. You shall be editing videos for YouTube. Nice. Getting more painting done, hopefully. Awesome. think we've talked about this before, but I wish I had the mental bandwidth to do YouTube. I feel if I add one more forum to my already slightly explodey brain, that I'll probably end up burning out. What is your YouTube? I don't think I'm subscribed yet to your YouTube. And I should like to do so. Also zombie sashimi. Okay, I shall have a look. You're on the verge of feeling like that with Twitch these days. It was all fine at the start, but things outside of it have piled up or snowballed pretty much all your spare time these days. Yeah, for me at least, Twitch is my, it makes me paint. So it's a positive still. You recently just talk about Infinity stuff and do a few reviews here and there. You don't upload as often as you used to. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just another platform to get your stuff out, isn't it? Yeah, for me Twitch is not as big a burden as it sounds like it is for you, Johan. I probably wouldn't have painted today if I didn't have a stream planned. And I actually really enjoy painting, so it's one of those weird things where if I don't make myself, which sounds really weird, I probably wouldn't be spending as much time on my hobby as I really want to, which is a strange thing to say about a hobby. I need... You need that kick. But yeah, I worry that if I add YouTube to the list that I'll get overworked, overwhelmed, overstimulated, over everything. Kind of with you on that one, it's therapy. Yeah. Like, I really love to paint. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do on this planet. And I still can't make myself do it unless I have like a have to do it obligation kind of thing. Which is what my streams are. If I plan something, have to do it. I disappoint people. Myself, mainly. And, yeah, this way I still put time in. Even if it's only a few hours. Accountability, yeah, that's it. I'm just... I get... distracted is the wrong word, but preoccupied with other things. And usually other things are like insanely inane things. Like it doesn't even have to be anything important. I could sit on the sofa for hours thinking, oh, I should really start X project, and still find myself doom scrolling for hours on end because I'm a silly sausage. But if I book time, sounds comfy, sit on the sofa for hours. Oh, it is comfy. That's the problem. Like, I 100% wish it wasn't. Well, that's not true either. I love the sofa. I love my bed. Any kind of nice warm surface usually gets the trick done, or gets it done. But yeah, it doesn't make me... It doesn't, in the end, it doesn't give me energy. You'd think like, oh, chilling should help you rest up and you'll be more fully rested for the next day or whatever. I wish. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Like the dog nearby, a cup of tea and a snack. Like, best time of the day. The only problem is that I can literally do it for days. And then wonder why nothing has happened. Why none of my projects are finished. I also don't fully chill, if that makes sense, because I know that I have stuff that I should be doing. So it doesn't feel chill. You have the exact same issues? Yeah. Like you think like, oh, that'll be nice. I'll be some nice time on the sofa and all I can do is sit there and stress about all the things that I still should be doing. So I'm not actually enjoying the time that I have, which is daft really, but hey ho. Good way to look at sofa, to catch breath. Painting is to recharge by doing something. Yeah. And I'm silly because I still mentally think that I don't have the energy to paint. Like, oh, I'm too tired to paint or whatever. But Nivian keeps reminding me that painting doesn't take energy away from me. It gives me energy. Recently been journaling using ChatGPT to focus your efforts every day. You write about your day and it forces you to make a plan for the next day. It has done a great job to work with positive routines. Nice! Kat, how are you? Oh, and Tice, how are you? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Sorry I could only lurk, but I wanted to put some time in before I have to go to my Christmas party. Thank you for the shout out, Kat. I appreciate it. do, 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 do. It's there and there because it's facing upwards. Good, just started with diamond painting since yesterday. Smart enough to get one with around. Ugh! Had a good stream. Yeah, not too bad. Fulgrim is going, cat. It's a bit of a slog at the moment. Because I've not touched him for such a long time. He feels how do I say this? He feels like I haven't done the best job that I could, because I've started something else and finished something else since I worked on him, and I feel like I did a better job on the other thing. So now I feel like, yeah, sun doesn't shine. That's all right. Have a great time. Thank you for the lurk, Johan. I appreciate it. And Zombie as well. Sleep well. And thank you very much for the raid. Very kind. You have to go as well? No worries, Thijs. Thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully see you again soon. Jace, how are you doing? You're like a bad smell. Nice, nice, White Wolf. He lingers. How are you doing, Jace? You alright? That is such a creepy wave emote. Just the worst. Yeah, I don't know who designed this sword, or these weapons, rather. They are a nightmare. Welcome back. Do, do, do. I'm really hoping I'll be able to put this guy together soon. I'm too worried about doing it early with how fragile he is and how much I've already accidentally snapped off or not been able to even fully attach yet. I want to make sure that I don't break anything with and can't fix it anymore. Because yes, this resin is very flimsy. Sell them once you're done with the competition. I mean, I would. Thank you for the lurk, Marquis. I appreciate that. I would, but I don't think he'd be able to get to a new house in one piece because of how fragile he is. So I think he's probably going to stay with me, if for no other reason than that I'd be really annoyed if he broke, and I then would be, yeah, I would feel like I owed someone a new model. Or their money back. Otherwise, 100%. I do think he'd be a little bit of a hard sell though, because the model on its own is 180 quid, just a kit. And I can't pay myself a living wage if I sell him, which I won't, so it's entirely hypothetical. But to make it worth selling, I'd have to charge quite a lot, which I don't think is gonna happen. Plus with the new 40k Fulgrim out there, people can just use that. He's also going on the wrong size base, so that also doesn't help. Did Jace tell you he won a third or a 3D? A 3D selfie? What the hell is a 3D selfie? And why don't we know about this? Jace, my man. Qu'est-ce que le fuck? It's a dwarf bust. Oh man. You were so mean to him. Why are you so mean to him? Leave the short king alone. Just because you're tall. Technically Zelly won it, but I knew its destination before. I know it's brotherly joshing. It's you wouldn't be saying the things you are if you were you're not a dickhead, so it's all in good fun. Man, I'll never forget what my mum said when I got with Nivian. Cause he's taller than I am, but not a crazy amount taller. And for like Dutch standards, he's normal height. I know, there we go. Babe! Yeah. You're taller than most people at my work. Because I'm taller than most people at my work. But my mum's response was, yeah, get yourself a short one. They work harder. And I was like, Mum, he's not short. But thanks. Thanks for the advice, I guess. How tall am I? I am 1 meter and 74 centimeters. According to my passport. Nivian is like 180? 183, I think. Jace, so they put your name on Star Wars figures. Oh, jeez. $185, yeah. You hate Star Wars? Why? But Kelsey's hype because she loves Star Wars. Sorry. You're 193. Yeah, you're just freakishly tall. Just because you're a giant. I like the original 3 moves, everything after that is trash. Did I see your message? What message? What, in WhatsApp? Hello, there's Imavir. Hello, Sanzabine. You alright? What message? Babe. I got 2nd place in Langdon. You're kidding. Okay, that just may. That just. Oh, cool. Get the wow. That is the dread, yes. That is the dreadnought. I am very pleased about that. Game room's done, pleased with the result. Cost a bit more than planned, they always do. If you have any pictures you want to share, our Discord loves a good game room. There I asked what won the gold. Oh yeah, there's some insanely good people. Like there's I think someone like Golden Demon level painters over there. Makes me think that I probably haven't entered anything, but here we are. Is there a Facebook post or anything that or is it on Instagram? If it's on Instagram, I'd be very curious to see what the winner was. Can't believe 2nd place. whoop. That makes me think I've probably been entered in the casuals competition. I'm gonna log in with your Facebook because it's allowing me to log in. I've entered an old password. Your password changed about 4 years ago. Okay, never mind. Alright, I don't actually remember. Maybe this one will go. Why are you being weird? I don't really know why, but it won't let me enter my own. Email address. There we go. Log in. Password that you entered is incorrect. Maybe that one? Enter an old password. Don't suppose you can send that link to me in WhatsApp because I might actually. I don't even know how to get to my own freaking stream. Stream manager. Maybe later. What did the Amazon driver say? Delivery completed. Oh, I don't really care. Thank you though. I don't really have any secrets that I would be sharing, but I appreciate the concern. I can't read that. I don't have my Facebook password on this PC, and it's not saving, so I'll have to. Oh, just had a friend. I'll show you. Bear with. My friend just went, "Hi, Twitch." First place paints well, super simple. Yeah, I'll have to have a look later on when I have time. Either way, I am very happy. I did not think that was gonna win. Like, not anything, so very pleased. He's been in the stream, he's Alberto. There he is. Second place. Not joining Discord. There's no requirement to. It's just I was curious about the game room. That's all. If you have pictures that you've posted on Instagram, just link your Instagram. The stream chat is link friendly, so until someone abuses it, people get to link things. You need to save all your points again. Where'd they go? All sorts for Christmas, no doubt. Who, me? Yeah. I'm still waiting for one present to arrive, but I only ordered that a few days ago, so that is but it's kind of a bonus present. So. I still need to order a few things, but they're more like for friends and stuff. How about you? Do you have to start still, or are you ahead of schedule? Okay, can someone tell me, is it schedule or schedule? Because I've heard both, and I know that one of them is English pronunciation and the other one I think is American, but I don't actually know which is which. You're actually assuming nothing had been done based on your own situation. Alles binnen voor Sinterklaas en 4 kinderen van je broertje blij te maken. Gaan we vrolijk over doen wanneer ze deze maand jarig zijn en dan is het ook not kerst. Yeah, because Sinterklaas was gisteren. Yesterday. Nice when Sinterklaas falls on a Friday or a Saturday. You've never known which one is which either. Nice. Vieren het vandaag. Celebrating today. I guess that works if the kids don't realize. If they're young enough that they don't all have mobile phones to tell their friends what kind of presents they've had. Yeah, no, these things happen. Better to delay it by a day than it being misery for everyone, so... The answer to schedule option is yes, you bastard. I'm pretty sure schedule is American with a like the K sound, and schedule is English, British English. If you had to guess, say garden shed. So schedule, not garden sked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's schedule for English and schedule for Americans, but first way is how you say it and you're American. Yeah. Garden I'm impressed no one's Googled it yet. That would be my first reaction myself, like... That's a question I need to Google. To Google we go. And then get some Google AI response that isn't entirely clear. Not that dyslexic. Done it. Schedule, predominantly American pronunciation. Schedule, traditional British pronunciation. Relative to shed. Usage, both spelling and pronunciations are considered correct, reflecting linguistics very... Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it, and I'm glad that I had some inkling of what it was. Alrighty. That's the copper on. What time is it? 3:30. Nice. I'm not going to pick up the gold now because I don't have time. Even Google use shed. Makes your reasoning feel intelligent. They ain't got that sub to English. Sorry. I guess me being Dutch, I'm both. You can consider me your diversity hire. That's what my boss said when I told him that I'd been diagnosed with autism 1. Like, excellent, you can be my diversity hire. Right. Let's have a little look, because I need to go. If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. Well, right. I love that I'm watching myself 3 times. Some of the people that I've lurked in earlier. It has to be 5. It's gonna have to be 5. I hope. Yeah, they'll be about for a while. Nice. Right. So, I know it's not the longest or the latest stream or whatever, but I have to get ready for my Christmas party. So I'm going to raid out in a moment. I wanted to thank everyone for the continued support, for hanging out with me when I'm fumbling my way through this model. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the subs. It's been fantastic. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't expect anyone to want to hang out with me, so it's a little surprise every time people do. So yeah, very kind. I'm going to send us over to 5. Oh, thank you very much, Carolina. I really appreciate that. Catching me just as I'm going to raid, because I have to get going. Genieten, dat hoeft niet met mate. Oh, it does have to be slightly measured, because I am old and I feel alcohol like nobody's business. Yeah, I don't want to have a hangover for 3 days, so I'm gonna be chill about it. And like I said, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you all again. Let me have a quick look at my schedule, because yes, I will be here on Wednesday for stream, but not on Saturday next week, because we are at Warhammer World. So I might stream on Sunday. What is old? 39. But yeah, not on Saturday. I will try and update and let you guys know if I'm going to be able to do a Sunday stream. It kind of depends on if I have to pick up the dog or if he's going to be dropped off at work on Monday. We shall see. But anyway, thank you all very much. Hope to see you Wednesday, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye.